Okay. Good afternoon, children. Namaste to all of you, and very warm welcome to this session. How is everyone doing? Yes. Good afternoon, Akanksha. Hi, Aryan. Namaste, Naman. Aryan is like for every single session, Aryan likes coming up with some caption, like to make me feel good, to make me feel flattered. Yeah, namaste, Reena. Hi, Shreyas. No worries at all. Even if Sprintex is over, I mean, we will, of course, be coming up with a lot more creative series as well. Okay, children. So let us get started. Today, we are going to be discussing the chapter Heredity and Evolution, which is a very important chapter of CBSE Class 10 in one shot, which means in the next 30 minutes or so, we are going to have a quick overview of the entire chapter. Okay, children? Right. So let's get started. And for those of you who are here for the very first time, my name is Ambika and I am the biology master teacher right here on this amazing platform of Vedantu, which is called Vedantu 9th and 10th English. So just in case there's anyone here who hasn't subscribed to the channel yet, please click on the subscribe button below this video right now because as you know, month of December already, Jan, Feb, March, and hopefully exams are going to be happening in the month of March. If not, probably April or May. Of course, nobody has complete clarity in that. But anyway, in order to ensure that you have the best educational experience, we will keep coming up with a lot of interesting tips and trick series and a lot of motivational posts as well for just for you. Okay, children? I'm good, Ayush. Thank you so much. High five, Vaishnavi. What do you mean it got deleted in ICSE, Shubham? Okay, the chapter Heredity, right? Yes, unfortunately, genetics got deleted in ICSE class 10. It's my all-time favorite chapter. I always talk about that. Okay, yeah. Tricks to draw diagrams in biology, drama queen. Okay, we will definitely do a session on that. Please put a comment in the comment section below so that we know what exactly your requirements are. Okay, children, because here that's the beauty of the YouTube platform, right? Because we will be able to come up with things that most of you keep requesting for. Okay, yes. All right, so let us yes, exactly. Evolution has been removed, but anyway, the rest of heredity stays intact. So, yes, before we get started, let me just ask you one quick question, children. How many here from CBSE Class 10? I see all my regular children here, Aryan, Kanksha, Naman, and a lot more. I think Abhinandan also might be there somewhere, but I'm not sure. Um, me, Jayashree, okay, Piyush, okay. All right, looks like there is a whole bunch of you from CBSE Class 10. So, children, before we get started, just quickly type for my sake, just for me, just type I can and I will. Watch me. Okay, just type that. Everyone, right now, just type I can and I will. Watch me. MK, no, I don't remember you, unfortunately. Are you just tricking me or have you just changed your name? I can and I will. Exactly. Very well done. Yes, that's the spirit. How many of you are anxious about board exams, guys? How many of you here who are in CBSE Class 10, ICSE Class 10 also? Tell me how many of you are worried about board exams? Yes? Me? Okay. No, says Pawan. Rishav also says no. Aisha, Sujal. Um, okay. A lot of people. No, children, don't worry at all. There is nothing to be anxious about. We are here to give you full support and whatever we can possibly do to ensure that you come out with flying colors, we will not stop ourselves from doing that. Okay, children? So don't worry at all. Okay, all right. So, of course, not just on YouTube, you can also be a part of every platform on which Vedantu has always been active. Even on Instagram, you can follow me on my official Instagram page, Ambika_Vedantu, because even on that, we keep putting up a lot of interesting posts. Okay, children? Yes, exactly. Durga says, no worries, always be optimistic. That's the spirit. Okay. Yes, children. So, as always, I have a positive quote for you today as well. Your life is as good as your mindset. How beautifully said, right? So, if you judge your life to be bad or not so great, it means your mindset is not so great. If you feel your life is great, your mindset is definitely great because that is what reflects. What you think is what actually reflects in your life. Trust me. Try this out. Observe this, notice the change. Once you change your thinking, everything in your life starts changing for the better. Right, children? Absolutely. Great job, Arsh. Thank you for saying that. So, children, let us get started with heredity and evolution. Right? Okay. All right. So, we know that all progeny of asexual reproduction have exactly the same genetic makeup, right? So, of course, everything like bacteria, amoeba, paramecium, all of those which reproduce asexually, the parent cell and the daughter cells would all have exactly the same genetic makeup, exact replicas of each other they are. Right, children? What do you mean by biology capsule playlist? Okay, that comment just got deleted. Hello, Abhinandan. Yes, your name gaming. Hello, your name gaming. Of course, I will reply to you. Okay. Thank you, Akanksha. Yes. So that is about asexually reproducing organisms. But when it comes to sexually reproducing organisms, it could be very tiny organisms that reproduce sexually, or it could be something as complex as human beings also. These organisms exhibit what we call variations, differences. As you can see, those two cute little rabbits, they exhibit variations. Even Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, they are supposed to be mice. Both of them are supposed to be mice, but then they look so different from each other. That is because of variations. Of course, that's a cartoon character, but even then, easiest for you to remember, right? Okay, so why is variation actually important? No, there will not be a mentee today. Okay, Naman? All right. And even if it is there, I won't be reloading the page, if that's the question. All right. Why is variation important? So there are four major reasons variation is important because it acts as the raw material for evolution and selection. Secondly, it helps in adaptation to environmental change. Of course, we have discussed all of this in detail in the chapter Heredity and Evolution. Right, children? Okay. Thank you, Naman. Yes, and then it provides individuality to organism, of course, and helps in the formation of new characters. In fact, these are the advantages of variation, children. I have seen in some past years' papers a 1 mark question or a 2 mark question which asks the importance of variation. So you must know how to answer a question like this. Okay, so four major points have been given here. Whatever makes sense to you at that point of time. If it's a 2 mark question, write down all the 4 points. If it's a 1 mark question, any two relevant points would do. Okay, children? Yes. No worries, Anshu. You are bang on time. We are just getting started. So the types of reproduction, of course, are asexual and sexual. And apart from that, let us now talk about the different terms and the description of those terms from this particular chapter, the major terminology that is. Trait, dominant, recessive, alleles, homozygous, heterozygous, and gene. Children, this in a tabular form has been given so that you can get access to it at one glance. It's just one click away for you. Children, do remember, how many of you have been downloading the notes, the handwritten notes from the PDF link in the description box below? Is everyone aware of that? Hello, Ganesh. It's been such a long time. Yes. Me. Okay. Good job. Kirtana, Anjali, Samriddhi. No, Samriddha. Okay. Yes, all right. So those of you who are not aware of this, children, after every session, the handwritten notes, in the sense these slides with our handwritten notes on them as we use them in the session, will be available to you typically like on the same day as the session happens. So it's just a click away for you. Okay, children, check out the description box below. Today itself, probably like a couple of hours after it's happened, or sometime later today or tomorrow, whenever you want to access the notes for this. Okay, children. And my one tip that I want to give you here, children, for all of you, my CBSE ninth, CBSE 10 and my ICSE 10 children. For every session, we make it a point to give you notes, unless it is something like an outdoor motivational video that we have done or something like that. If at all we use slides, we make it a point to make it available to you in the description box below. In the form of a PDF. So please, please, please make the best use of it, because there is a lot of effort that goes into making it. And please click on it, download it, and save it in an organized manner, so that it's going to make your job a lot easier while your revisions are happening. Okay, children? Yes, Anushka, it will be available in the description box below. Okay, not right now, but after the session has been done, because it's a live session, it will be available in some time today. Okay. Right. All right. So the major terminology: trait. Of course, trait is a distinguishing quality of characteristics belonging to an individual. For example, tallness, dwarfness, or brown eye color, blue eye color. All of these are examples of traits. Okay. So, which means versions of different characteristics. Black hair is my trait that I have. Brown hair may be the trait that someone else has. Blonde hair is probably a trait that someone else has, and so on. Dominant refers to those traits which are expressed. Remember, children, we have discussed all this well in detail in the chapter Heredity and Evolution. For the detailed video, please check out the playlist in which we have done all this well in detail, word by word. Okay, children? Probably it's a network issue, Anushka. Could you check your internet? Yeah. Okay, children? Yeah. So there we go. Recessive traits are those traits which are covered up, or we can say those traits which are masked. For example, tallness and dwarfness in the case of the pea plant, dwarfness is masked generally in the presence of a tallness allele. So that is called a recessive trait, whereas tallness is a dominant trait. What are alleles? They are alternative forms of genes. For example, capital T and small t are alleles of the gene for height in the case of pea plant. Right, children? Okay, children, just in case I miss out any of your chats here while you are asking questions, please do post it in the comment section below, children, because in the chat box, I may not always have a look at it, okay? So it's quite likely that I might miss looking at it, or I might miss replying to it also, because I'm going in the flow of the session. Okay, children? So please post it in the comment section below. Now, homozygous is when the two alleles are the same, something like this. Heterozygous is when the two alleles are different. Gene is the basic unit of inheritance. Now remember, children, if this is DNA, right? If this is DNA, the DNA molecule has got different segments which are called genes. So this is gene 1, this is gene 2, and so on. The basic unit of inheritance is what we call gene. Okay, children? Yes. So let us move ahead to the next point, of course. Who is the father of genetics? Gregor, Johann, Mendel. Now, children, who here is going to tell me which plant did Mendel use in his study of genetics? Which plant did Mendel use? Let me see who's going to give me the answer first. Yes, pea plant, absolutely, pea plant. Yes, of course. Who gave me the answer first? I think Sanskriti gave me the answer first. Sanskriti, Nidhi, Somin, Aditya, your name gaming. A lot of you tell me it is the pea plant. And what is the scientific name of pea plant, guys? It is Pisum sativum, absolutely, Pisum sativum. So the reasons for the selection of pea plant are these. It's a plant which has bisexual flowers, which means it's normally self-pollinated, but it can be easily cross-pollinated as well, which makes it a good candidate for a genetics experiment. Secondly, it can have many varieties which can be true bred, pure breeding, remember? Yes, and thank you, Abhinandan. The third point, it's an annual plant which produces a large number of offspring, which means within the short lifespan that it has, it ends up producing many, many generations. And then it's easily available and can be easily handled. Of course, it's got a short lifespan. These are the major reasons for the selection of a pea plant. Okay. Sing something, Aditya. Okay, probably when we take a break sometime in between or at the very end of the session, I will sing a song for you guys today. Okay, children? Think of suggestions if at all you have anything that I might know. Okay? Right. Now, these are the major different characteristics, 7 different contrasting pairs of traits that Mendel considered. What are they? Stem length or plant height, as it's also called. Pea plants may either be tall or dwarf. Coming to the seed pod shape, the seed pods of pea plants can either be inflated or they can be constricted. Okay. What about seed shape? They could either be round or they could be wrinkled. Seed color, they could be either yellow or they could be green. Flower position, it could be either axial in position or it could be terminal in position. And then coming to flower color, purple flowers or white flowers. And pod color, green or yellow. Okay, so these are the dominant versions, the dominant traits, and these are the recessive traits. Children, usually when it comes to your exam, nobody is going to ask you which of these was a dominant trait and which of these was a recessive trait in a pea plant. That is not, I mean, I have very rarely seen a question like that, but normally, if at all a question comes based on any of these, it would be given to you within brackets, which of them is a dominant trait. Like, for example, given that purple is dominant over white, determine the ratio and things like that, so on and on and on. Okay. MK, ma'am, are you from Kerala or Tamil Nadu? I am a Tamilian born and brought up in Kerala. So I am like a perfect mix of the Malayali culture and the Tamil culture. Okay. Yes, we will talk about that, Abhishek. Yes, of course, the 3 laws will also be coming up. Children, for your benefit, I have mentioned the monohybrid experiments step by step here for you. Yes, what is monohybrid experiments? Please sing any song today in Hindi. Definitely, Abhinandan. All right. Yeah. Don't tell me ratios. Yeah. One character, yes, Aditya says, the kind of experiments wherein only one contrasting pair of characters is considered at a time. That is what we call monohybrid cross. Okay? Exactly. Yes, one contrasting pair of characters. So what Mendel did was Mendel raised pure lines with the selected contrasting traits for many generations together. This one had been produced. I'll call this P1 and I'll call this P2. Parent 1 and parent 2. Parent 1 is such a pea plant that had been producing only tall pea plants for many generations together. No history of dwarfness at all in P1's family. And P2 is a plant such that there is no history of tallness in its family. Okay? Right. So this is parent 1 and parent 2. He selects them. And when he crossed them, he saw that all the F1 generations of the first phylyl generation organisms were tall. All of them. Without an exception, they were all tall. Okay. Now, then what did he do? He went on to self-fertilize the F1 generation. Right, children? Yes. So he went on to self-fertilize the F1 generation and he saw that the second phylyl generation had both tall and dwarf plants. But what is the ratio you see here? What is the ratio of tall to dwarf pea plants you see here? I'm asking you about the phenotypic ratio. Yes, children? Yes. I'm asking exactly, Aditya, Sanskriti, absolutely. Tall to dwarf in the ratio of 3:1. Yes, of course. So for your benefit, the genotype and the phenotype is all mentioned here in this quick summary form of it. So the genotypic ratio, as you can see here, is 1 capital T is to 2 capital T small t is to 1 small t, making it 1:2:1. The Mendel F1 monohybrid ratio, F2 monohybrid genotypic ratio. Exactly, children. Okay, so this is the genotypic ratio. And then coming to the phenotypic ratio, what you externally see, it is 3 tall to 1 dwarf. So basically it is 1 plus 2. Both of these would give you 3:1 because capital T and a heterozygous genotype would both be tall, which means 1 plus 2. Okay, children, that's the logic here. Okay. Yes, of course, the Punnett square is right here. Okay. So this is how you work it out in what we call the Punnett square. I will just write that name also here for you so that you don't forget this name, the Punnett square. Okay. All right. So tall to dwarf phenotypic ratio 3:1. Genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. This is Mendel's F2 monohybrid ratio. Okay. Right. There we go. And now coming to Mendel's laws of inheritance based on the monohybrid cross. Who here is going to tell me what laws did Mendel propose based on the monohybrid cross? Yes, children? Biobytes, continue, please. I think we are like exhausted of all the major topics. Tanay? We will do it for ICSE in the days to come. I think CBSE is all done. Law of dominance, very well said. And is there anything else? Law of, no, not the law of independent. Exactly, Justin, law of segregation and the law of dominance. According to the law of dominance, now remember children, whenever you state Mendel's laws, you shouldn't be using the word allele or gene, because in Mendel's times, the word factor was used instead of gene or allele. The term gene and allele were coined much later than Mendel. Okay, children? Right. What are you talking about, Aryan? All right, I would love to see those reports if that is true. Hard to believe. Okay, right. Yes, factor means, yes, Aditya, according to Mendel's vocabulary, factors refers to genes or alleles. So for gene and for allele, Mendel used the word factor. Okay, that's it. So, according to the law of dominance, in a dissimilar pair of factors, one member of the pair dominates the other. So, basically, if it is this condition, a capital T, small t condition, one member of the pair of factors dominates the other one. The capital T dominates the small t. This is the law of dominance. Then coming to law of segregation, which is also called law of purity of gametes. According to this, only one of the two gene copies, or we can say only one of the two factors, okay, so instead of gene copies, we could probably use the word factors also, okay, only one of the two factors present in an organism for a particular character is distributed to each gamete that it makes, and at the time of fertilization, they join together to form the new organisms, the next generation's genotype. Okay, this is what it is, which means a gamete is pure for a particular character. A gamete would contain either a capital T or a small t. Okay, that's it. It wouldn't, a gamete wouldn't contain both of them together. Okay, children? Right. So this is about the law of segregation or the law of purity of gametes. Now coming to the dihybrid cross, which is breeding between two plants differing in two contrasting pairs of traits. Okay, but before we move on to that, children, yes, it is in the syllabus, Sunita. It is very much in the syllabus. But before we move on to the details of dihybrid cross, let me remind you, children, click on the subscribe button right now below this video, because this one-shot series, then the BioByte series, all our motivational series, tips and tricks videos, everything is going to help you come out with flying colors. Because you know what, I think those of you who've always been following Vedantu would know that all of us teachers here are very passionate about the work that we do. And I think that reflects in what we say also, because we sincerely want our children to benefit from what we do. Sincerely, beyond any barriers. Okay, so whatever has worked for us in our experience as teachers and in our experience as students, we make it a point to share all of those experiences with you so that you don't commit the same mistakes and you can definitely go ahead and make your life a lot easier. Right, children? So click on the subscribe button right now to ensure that you don't miss out on any of our posts, right? Okay, and if you want more of live sessions like these, please click on the like button right now, because that's the easiest way of letting us know that you want more of these kinds of sessions. Right, children? Okay. Thank you, Ayush. All right. Yes, Mickey. Great job. So, children, now apart from YouTube, we are also giving you the golden opportunity to gain 100% knowledge and score 100% marks. Of course, it sounds like a fancy thing, but it is not. Trust me, you can, along with Vedantu, get access to unlimited live classes with fun and high-level quizzes. You get to compete with students across the country, across the world, and as a result, you can identify your strengths and weaknesses. Children, you get to access interactive replays. Basically, what is interactive replay is the kind of replay, just in case you have missed a session at Vedantu when it's happening live. Not here on YouTube, I'm talking about the Vedantu platform. Just in case you have missed any of our sessions when it's happening live, because it's quite natural. You could have different reasons, either because you were attending some other teacher's class, maybe you were watching, you were attending Abhishek sir's class, or you were attending Amrit sir's class, or you were attending Anubha ma'am's class. It could be anything. It's quite natural that you may miss out on other live sessions that are happening. So even if that does happen, not to worry at all, because the replay would still be accessible to you, and the replay is still going to be interactive, which means you can still take part in the quiz and be part of the leaderboard just like a live session. Isn't that amazing? Yes, definitely you should consider that, Mickey. Children, premium downloadable content with handwritten notes of master teachers will be available to you after every single session, and all your doubts in class, outside class, with master teachers and class teachers, all your doubts would be solved. And to boost your confidence and ace your preparations, quality tests and assignments would also be given to you. So what is it? Another amazing feature is, especially because it's the month of December, children, let me tell you this. Of course, enrolling in a long-term batch may not make sense to you, but that is exactly why we have these fast-track courses. We have these micro courses, which are pretty much, they work like fast-track courses, because we have 5,000 plus micro courses available there as part of Vedantu Pro. And once you are enrolled, you get free access to all this, the micro courses and crash courses. So coming to the pricing part of it, less is more. What does it mean? More classes would mean lesser price, right? So to check out more about this and enroll yourself right now without wasting any time, what do? Check the link in the description box below and in the pinned comment. The coupon code that you can apply is AMBPRO. What is it, children? AMBPRO. All right. Okay. So let's see how it works. A 1 month pro subscription normally costs you 2,699. Okay. So especially CBSE class 10 students, pay attention. Of course, for everyone, this will benefit. But I'm just telling you, because this is a CBSE 10th session. But for all of you, it's going to be the same kinds of benefits. 2,699 per month for approximately 200 sessions. But then even over that, AMBPRO, the coupon code, is going to fetch you a discount. And it's going to reduce it to 2,159. So what does it mean? Well, I will tell you that. But for a 3-month subscription, you're going to be charged only rupees 5,599. Children, in my suggestion, 3-month subscription right now, because it's the month of December, makes complete sense, because for the rest of your academic year, you can remain tension-free. But then, how does this work? Is it still reasonably priced? That is why I'm telling you these details as well, because it is 2,159 per month for all your subjects together. It is not per subject. Okay? Yes, it is not per subject. 2,159. With that price, you get access to approximately 200 live sessions. Yes, you heard it right. Which means the per class price would be 2,159 divided by 200. And that comes down to rupees 11 per session. Can you believe that? Snehal, happy birthday to you, my dear. God bless. No, Anshu, it's not winter in the place where I am living right now. That is why I'm not feeling cold. Okay? Right. And the 3-month subscription would mean that obviously 200 into 3, 600 live sessions that you can avail, if not more. This would come down to rupees 9 per session. So what does that mean? It is even more cheaply priced than a party pack of Lace, or your favorite Kit Kat chocolates bar, or your favorite pack of your favorite Dairy Milk chocolates bar. I'm a Cadbury fan, okay? That is why I'm telling you all these names. It is even more reasonably priced than that. So why think twice? Well, in my personal opinion, just go ahead for it, because it's reasonably priced and giving you quality content. Right. Of course, I will be singing a song, Neha. Okay. Love from Mexico. Okay. Thank you so much. Abhinandan, when did you move to Mexico from Batinda? Okay. No, there is no mentee today, unfortunately, Anushka. Okay. You're also Cadbury fan. Thank you, Muskan. Right, children. So that is about it. And now continuing into Mendel's dihybrid experiments, wherein two contrasting pairs of characters were considered at a time. The example that we have always discussed is seed shape and seed color. Seed shape, it's either a round or wrinkled. Seed color, it's either yellow or green. Okay, round yellow being dominant and wrinkled green being recessive. So the same thing, whatever Mendel observed in the monohybrid experiments, he observed here as well. Children, one common one common thing for confusion here is that, thank you, Aryan, thank you so much. Yeah, one common thing for confusion here in the gametes is that many times children ask me, ma'am, you say gametes have to be haploid, but then why are the gametes diploid? Children, I have explained this several times when I taught you the chapter, but let me make it even clearer to you. Capital R, capital Y, or a small r, small y would mean that there is at least one allele of each character. One allele representing seed shape, one allele representing seed color. That is why there's one R and one Y. It can either be both capitals, it can either be both small, or it could be one capital and one small. Okay, so in the F1 generation, this is what you get, all round yellow, and you just go on just self-fertilizing the F1 generation, and the F2 generation would be seen like this in a dihybrid cross. The phenotypic ratio would be seen to be 9:3:3:1. The genotypic ratio is normally not asked. 1:2:1:2:4:2:1:2:1. That's not commonly asked, but then it's just mentioned here for your reference. But children, phenotypic ratio, you must definitely know. Okay? Monohybrid phenotypic and genotypic, and dihybrid phenotypic ratio, you must definitely know. Right, children? Okay. Hello, Tushar. Yes, of course. Tushar 2, I remember. Tushar 1 and Tushar 2 I have in my class. This came in your exam, Bhaskar. Yes, we are coming to the law of independent assortment, Sanskriti. So there we go, the law of inheritance based on the dihybrid cross, and Sanskriti has already broken the suspense. It is called the law of independent assortment. And according to this, the allele that a gamete receives for one gene does not influence the allele received for another gene. Okay, so what we are trying to say is that the alleles of two or more different genes get sorted into gametes independently of one another. Obviously, this is a law that can be based only on dihybrid cross. Okay, children? Right. So this is about the law of independent assortment, which means there are three major laws: law of dominance, law of segregation, or the law of purity of gametes. Both of them are based on the monohybrid cross, and the law of independent assortment based on the dihybrid cross. Okay, thank you, Samiha. Right? Yes. ICSE main, what will be the next chapter? Guess what the next chapter is going to be? We just have one chapter remaining for ICSE 10th. Okay. F4 generation, if you go on and on and on, crossing them, of course, an F3 generation, F4 generation, F5 generation, all of these would exist. Thank you, Abhinandan. Mexico joke, is it? All right. Why is there no blending of traits? Why is there no blending of traits? That's exactly because of independent assortment, Mickey. Okay? Right. This is why we say they independently assort, and instead of being it's either yellow or it can be green. It's either round or it is wrinkled. It can't be a mix of these two, and that is because of the law of independent assortment. Right, children? Okay, so let us now move on to the last part of the chapter, which is about sex determination of progeny. Of course, factors which determine the sex of progeny, it can either be non-genetic or it can be genetic, as in the case of humans. Non-genetic sex determination, remember I have told you about this, right? In the case of reptiles and in the case of many other organisms, temperature plays a major role. Temperature of incubation temperature of the eggs plays a major role in deciding whether it's going to hatch out into females or males. Imagine, very interesting, right? And change of gender may occur in some organisms as well. Like, for example, in the case of snail. Children, remember, this is the chapter in one shot. So I would like to focus more on the concepts which are mainly exam favorites. If you want to know more about the concepts which we have been like having an overview of, please go back to the main playlist. You will find everything discussed well in detail there. Okay, children. Now, genetic, as in the case of humans, let's focus in that. Children, how many chromosomes do we have? Quickly, quickly. Who's going to tell me the answer? Yes, Ganesh. Ganesh is, you know what? How many of you know that Ganesh is the founder of the hashtag BioQueen? You know, people have started commonly using it. 23, 24, 24, 46. Exactly. Yes, yes, yes. Somebody here. Tanishka says 46 or 23 pairs. Exactly. 23 pairs or 46. How many are autosomes and how many sex chromosomes? Tell me the answer to that now. How many autosomes? How many sex chromosomes? Yes. Tell me in full. Don't tell me 22, 22 pairs. Tell me exactly. 22 pairs are autosomes, absolutely. 22 pairs are called autosomes. The last pair is called, the last single, 23rd pair is what we call sex chromosomes, which is a pair comprised of an X chromosome and a Y chromosome in the case of males, okay? In the case of a male, and two X chromosomes in the case of females, okay? Yes, children. Exactly. Evolution has been deleted. That is why. So, at the time of fertilization, we know that millions of sperms compete to fuse with one single egg. Where does fertilization happen? Who's going to tell me the answer to that? Where does fertilization happen? Quick, quick, quick. Nice to know that, Abhinandan. Yes. Oviduct, says Avneek. Yes. Ampulla, says Akanksha. Akanksha is being like extremely specific. Okay. Oviduct. Fallopian tube, exactly. Oviduct or the fallopian tube, absolutely. That is where fertilization happens. And at the time of fertilization, millions of sperms compete to fuse with that one single egg which is there. And approximately half of the sperm carry the X chromosome, carry an X chromosome. The remaining half carry a Y chromosome. Look at them, very cute, right? I find this picture really, really cute. This cartoony picture. The female, the X carrying sperm is like really cute with eyelashes and a red bow on her head, and the others are like, it just, one is looking very bored, the other one is looking very worried. Yes, exactly, cute and sleepy. Absolutely. The remaining carry a Y chromosome. And out of all of these, out of all these millions of sperms which are released into the female reproductive tract, only one manages to fertilize the egg to form what we call the zygote. And if that winner sperm happens to be one of these lazy Y carrying sperm, I mean, no offense meant, okay? I'm just talking with respect to the expression they have on their faces. If it happens to be a Y carrying sperm, it happens to be a baby boy. And if it happens to be one of these cute X carrying sperm, it happens to be a baby girl. Okay? Yes, children. Remaining sperms just die off. Okay? They just die off in the female reproductive tract itself. Okay, right. So this is how, this is what determines sex of the baby. So children, in one word, tell me the answer. Now the question to you is, in human beings, what decides the sex of a baby? In human beings, what decides the sex of a baby? Who's going to tell me the answer to that? Yes. Male. Male. What do you mean male? Father, yes, exactly. The father, the male parent, rather, you can say the father or the male parent, exactly, determines whether the baby is going to be male or female. Rather, the gametes contributed by the male parent decides whether it's going to be a female or a male. And the gist of sex determination in humans is right here for you. Sex determination in humans. Okay, this is how this works. Right, children? Good. So how can we score 95 plus by studying from now? Lakshmi, please post that in the comment section below. Of course, we've made a lot of similar topics, videos with similar topics earlier, but just in case there's nothing of that sort, we will definitely consider doing that in the near future. Okay? Right. This was the Gabbar question. That is why. All right. So, children, that is about the chapter, the concepts of heredity. Remember to visit the link in the description box below, and also the pinned comment. The coupon code is AMBPRO. Right, children? So, click on the like button if you have enjoyed learning heredity in one shot. Click on the like button right now. That's who learning it live. I think I would have definitely hit the like button if I could give each of you a like, because you guys have been amazing. You guys have been super active and so full of energy. As I said yesterday, every time I feel a little low, YouTube Live is my stress buster. And that's it. That just lifts up my mood like nothing else can. Okay? Either my daughter or my children here who I teach through the YouTube platform. Right, children, thank you so much. And click on the subscribe button right now, because remember, BioBytes and all of those inspirational videos, the tips and tricks series, a lot more coming for you in the days and weeks to come. So I'm sure you wouldn't want to miss out on any of that, because definitely it's going to give you that extra winning edge. So there's no harm. Click on the subscribe button right now, because great information, useful and practical information is just going to be one click away for you once you have subscribed. Right, children? And on Instagram also, Ambika_Vedantu, because there as well, we will keep coming up with more and more creative posts which will help you out, which will help you stay engaged and help you evolve into a much better human being, I must say, because that's what matters at the end of the day. Right, children. Okay, so thank you very much, and I will see you in yet another session, hopefully a live session. Until then, take care, stay happy, and stay healthy. Okay, children. Yeah. What is it? Oh, song. Okay, song. I'm so sorry. Song. What song can I sing for you all? There is no homework today, actually, because it's one shot. I don't want to give you a homework. Any suggestions for a song? No suggestions? Some Bollywood song. Okay, any Bollywood song, is it? Okay. I can't actually think of any Bollywood. Okay. I will sing the Tamil version of a song. Okay, Mere Dholna, somebody is asking. Garumore Paradesiya. Garumore Paradesiya. Aao padharo piya. I have honestly forgotten the lyrics of that. But anyway, it's one of my favorite songs. And because somebody asked Mere Dholna, that as well. Mere Dholna sun. मेरे प्यार की धुन मेरे ढोलना Okay, next time we'll come up with Tamil and Malayalam songs. Okay, Kannada, Tamil, Malayalam, Telugu, everything we'll blast. Right, children? Okay, so take care, stay happy, and stay safe. Bye bye, children.